Are you down for this? If you're in the mood, we can take it to the moon. Just like a movie scene, table for two. No need to be fair, I want you instead.
So what is statistics in plural meaning? Please everyone read.
It is a set of numerical data or observations that are systematically collected and analyzed.
So plural meaning, it refers to the actual numerical data. So these are the individual pieces of information gathered through observations and measurements. Like for example, ikaw, nalagyan bitaw ka o sa store, you decide to observe kung pila ka customer ang movisit or kung palitan ng inyong tindahan. Like every time sila, sa monthly ka, na ay 30 ka mamali. So ang kana siya, nga kuwan, mauna siya ang statistical sa plural meaning, ang the number itself. Now, let's proceed sa singular meaning. Please, everyone, read.
It is defined as a branch of science which deals with the collection, presentation, analysis of data, and interpretation of results.
So, singular in meaning, it is the branch of science of collecting, analyzing, presenting, interpreting, and organizing data. It is the entire process and methodology, not just the data itself. So, ngayon ganito sa singular meaning kay ang iyang entire proseso. Diba sa plural meaning kay ang buwan raman po niya ang data itself. Ang sa singular meaning kay ang proseso niya. Now, let's proceed sa two major goals of statistics. There are two, which are the applied and theoretical or mathematical. Please everyone read applied statistics.
Concern with the research and investigation, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data.
Thank you. So, sa applied statistics, it focuses on the practical applications of statistical methods to solve real-world problems. For example, sa weather forecasting, kailangan sila yung mga panggamit ng mga statistical tools para ma-measure kung sa kapusok ang hangin o sa kapusok ang bagyo or kung asa mutugpa ang bagyo. So, isa na siya sa example sa applied statistics para masolve ang problema nato. Now, let's proceed sa theoretical or mathematical. Please, everyone read.
Concerned with the development of the mathematical foundations of the methods used in applied statistics.
Thank you. Sa theoretical or mathematical statistics, it is the mathematical foundations of statistical methods. Muna siya kung diun sa pag-develop ang mga methods or techniques ensuring their accuracy and reliability. So, for example, ang katong sa weather forecasting, ang mga researcher ato niya or ang mga scientists ay mag-develop na sila always ng mga technique or mga methods na para magamit sa applied statistics. So, in short, ang sa theoretical ay ang pag-develop sa mga methods para magamit sa applied statistics to solve real-world problems, and that's all.
Today, I will be going to discuss the under applied statistics and the population versus function. But first, let us discuss the under applied statistics, which is the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Now, when we say descriptive statistics, so please read afterwards. So, meaning, when we say descriptive statistics, so it just tells us what happened. And it also helps us to summarize and organize the data so that we can easily understand it. And also, descriptive statistics does not make predictions. It just only describe what is in the data. And based on the given example here, so please this is an example of an descriptive statistic, no? Because the businessman here is just checking the numbers of how many or how much money he earned in the past. And as you can see, there is no predictions or conclusions involved. So that's why it is an example of a descriptive statistic. On the other hand, inferential statistics. So please read everyone.
Includes all the techniques used in analyzing the sample data.
Now, when we say inferential, so it makes prediction or conclusion about a bigger group based on the small sample of data. And based on the example here, so the businessman wants to estimate his profit for the next 6 months. So this is an example of inferential statistics, no? Because the businessman here is using the past numbers to predict the future profit. So since he is making a guess based on the past numbers, so he is going beyond just describing. Now let's proceed to the population versus sample. So first, let us know about what is population. So please bring everyone.
The total population is under consideration in statistical investigation.
So when we say population, it is the entire group that we want to study. And it includes all the individuals or items that are fit in a statistical investigation. So for the sample, so please read everyone.
Is the subset of a population.
So sample, sample, it is a smaller group taken from the population. And from the example of population, so please read everyone. So this is an example of populations because since it includes all the students, no matter what their course or year level. And from the sample, statistics major students enrolled in Cebu Technological University. So this is an example of a sample since it includes only the students. It includes only the students who are majoring in statistics at CEU. So another example for the population is that all applicants of senior high school. So magtanong ko kayo, it includes all the applicants of senior high school no matter what year. Then guys, male applicants of senior high school. So this is an example. This is an example of a sample since ang mga male applicants are not going to be described. So that's it.
So my topic is all about variables and their classification. Please read the variable.
A variable is a characteristic, description, or attribute of persons or objects which assumes different values or labels.
Thank you. A variable is anything that can change or take a different values. In a simple definition, a variable is a symbol or a name that stands for a value that changes. For example, a variable is age. Age. So, ang ato mga classmate diri man ta parihog mga age. So, lahi ka. Na ay 19, na ay 18, na ay 20. So, another example is that temperature. So, ang temperature, maglahi-lahi maghapon ang temperature, di ba? Dili man na
mo focus di mo kuha na anak nga temperature. So maghighlight example nga mo taas nasa usahay nga focus. So the last example for variables is test scores. So sa test scores dili man kita magkaparehas og scores iba na lowest nasa higher. So classification of variables. So first is the qualitative. Please read the qualitative.
Responses. Answers what?
Qualitative is yields categorical responses. What kind? So for example, civil status, religious affiliations, and citizenship. So qualitative, it describes qualities or characteristics. It's not numbers, so it's word or categories. So for example, example sa qualitative is ang eye color. So na po wala example, ini idea nga example sa qualitative. Skin color. Here. So nakasabot na mo sa unang qualitative is all about categories or words. So second is the quantitative. Please read the quantitative.
Numerical responses representing an amount or quality. Answers how much or how many.
So quantitative represent the quantities or amount. So ang qualitative words or categories, while the quantitative is all about numbers. So for example, sa quantitative, this read
Number of children in the family. The temperature, etc.
So nagkuha na siya about number kay nagkuha siya number of children, the family, blood pressure. Dili mo na rin mo pwede nga ma-words ang blood pressure, di ba? So another example of quantitative is height. So ang height kay nag-indicate sa siyang number. Weight, temperature. So na po example. So inyo na i-identify kung qualitative man or quantitative. So, 70% of students use phone in class. Muna siyang first sentence. Students say they use phones because they get bored or need help understanding lessons. So, asa man ato ang quantitative? Ang yes, very good. While ang qualitative, students say they.
Once again, good afternoon everyone. This afternoon is I'm going to discuss about classification of quantitative variables. So please read the quantitative variables everyone.
Represent measurable quantities and can be expressed as numbers or a variable that can be measured numerically.
Okay, thank you. So quantitative variable, they can be either continuous, taking an infinite number of values within a range, or discrete, assuming specific separate values. So these variables provide information about magnitude, quantity, or even a degree of the characteristic they represent. So when you collect quantitative variable, data, the numbers you record represent real amounts that can be added, subtracted, divided, or etc. So there are two types of quantitative variables. First, the discrete and continuous. So please read the space, everyone.
These are multiple variables that give a finite number of values.
Okay, thank you. So discrete represent a form of quantitative variable that assumes only distinct and separate values, or a variable that can take on only certain values and generally are whole number. So, for example, the number of students in a classroom, and another example is a number of instructors here in CTU campus. And please read the continuous everyone.
These can take an infinite number of values within a range.
Okay, thank you. So, continuous can take any numerical value within a defined range,
the weight of a newborn baby or length of our hair grows per week.
And that's all. Thank you.
So good afternoon everyone. So my topic for this afternoon is the 4 levels of measurement. So what is level of measurement in statistics? So please read everyone.
The level of measurement, also known as scale of measurement, refers to the process of categorizing data based on the characteristics
and properties of the data. It determines the appropriate statistical methods and methods that be used to analyze the data.
So the first one in the 4 levels of measurement is nominal. So the nominal scale simply categorizes variables according to the qualitative labels or names. These labels and groupings don't have any order or hierarchy to them, nor do they convey any numerical value. So the example of this is the hair color. So ma-measure ang hair color on a nominal scale according sa iyahang following categories of if blonde, brown, gray ba iyang hair, and so on. Then the next one is ordinal. The ordinal scale also categorizes variable into labeled groups, and these categories have an order or hierarchy to them. So the example of this is you could measure the variable income on an ordinal scale as follows. If kanang low income ba siya, medium income, and high income. Then the third one is interval. The interval scale is a numerical scale which labels and orders variables with a known evenly spaced interval between each of the values. So, an example lang sa interval, ako mo cited example of this like data is temperature and Fahrenheit, where the difference between 10 and 20 degrees Fahrenheit is exactly the same as the difference between, say, 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the last one, the fourth one is ratio. The ratio scale has known as zero. So, ang good example namin sa ratio data is weight in kilograms. So, if something weighs 0 kilograms, it truly weighs nothing compared to temperature sa interval data, where a value of 0 degrees doesn't mean there is no temperature. It simply means it's extremely cold. So, that's all.